and 25 miles per hour, west-southwest. Tonight's time and temp brought to you by Bank of America, the official bank of the Los Angeles Dodgers. Here's the 0-1. Albies takes outside on a fastball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Brian Snitker messing with the lineup for Atlanta, which has gotten off to an 0-6 start, in large part because of anemic offense. Snell's 1-1 pitch, a fastball, a little upstairs, 2 balls and a strike, and Blake wanted that call, didn't get it from Tony Randazzo. The Braves currently last in baseball in average, and batting average with runners in scoring position. Snell's 2-1. Hit on the ground to short. Picked up off the dirt by Mookie Betts. Throw across to Kike Hernandez. 1 out. Another start for Kike at first base.
Yeah, and we saw Freddie Freeman again. He was working out. Prior to the ball game, full workout at first base. Did not notice, at least not noticeable any limp or anything else, but, not certain about the swelling. But with an off day tomorrow and a travel day, Dave Roberts and company say, no, let's wait till Friday in Philly.
Now Marcell Ozuna elevated to the 2-hole as the designated hitter. Snell deals. Strike 1. Fastball at 94. Ozuna had been cleaning up the first 2 games of this series. Doesn't have a lot of hits this season. He's batting .214. He's one of just 2 Braves with a batting average above 200 this year. Outside ball 1, levels the count.
Yeah, they've just not been able to. They've hit the ball pretty well. In fact, in that series down in San Diego, actually, the Braves hit the ball very hard, but right at people.
The 1-1 pitch. Strike 2 taken at the knees at 95 from Snell. 1 out, nobody on, top of the first. Game 3 of the series scoreless as it just got underway. Snell needs 1 more strike against Ozuna. Here's the pitch. He is low, 2-2. Second start as a Dodger for Blake Snell. He had the ball in the home opener against Detroit. 5 innings, 2 runs and 5 hits, 4 walks, and a couple of Ks. Ozuna lays off, breaking ball low and away, full count.
Ozuna does have quite a few walks because a lot of guys just don't want to pitch to him. Powerfully built, he can send it a long way.
Here's the payoff. Chop foul toward the Dodger dugout.
For Blake Snell, nothing new. This is career start number 213. Looking for his 78th career victory. A 3-time All-Star and Cy Young Award winner. He mixes it up. Fastball, curveball, changeup, and a good slider to go with it.
Another 3-2 pitch to the DH Ozuna. Off the dirt, another walk for the Atlanta DH and a 1-out base runner here in the top of the first inning. So for Snell, that's another walk, issued 4 in his first start. Allowed 9 base runners. He bent, but he did not break. Now facing the third baseman, Austin Riley. 1 on, 1 out, no score in the first. First pitch from Snell, inside with the fastball. Ball 1.
Well, that sun just came back out. And first base, Kike Hernandez putting on sunglasses right now. And it could be an adventure. Low line drives to right field, at least for the next few minutes.
Snell's 1-0. Riley holds on a fastball at the top of the zone. Called ball 2. Blake Snell has both palms to the sky. Does not know where that missed. And now Dave Roberts is asking Tony Randazzo, where's that at?
Well, it's belt buckle high. According to the rule book, that falls within the confines of the strike zone.
The 2-0 pitch. Riley swings and hits it to left field. Right at Michael Conforto, about 10 feet in front of the warning track for the second out of the first inning. At the end of the bat for Austin Riley on that second out.
First baseman number 28, Matt Olson.
And then after that out was recorded, Blake Snell was telling Tony Randazzo, it appeared to be Snell saying, that's not up, it's not. Now he's got to lock in for Matt Olson, the left-handed hitting first baseman. Runner on first is Ozuna, 2 gone. In a scoreless game. First pitch fastball, a little away. Ball 1. Ozuna on after his 11th walk of the year. That's the most in baseball. He's standing in the sun, as the shadows Mo just alluded to, coming into effect. with this early start time. The 1-0 pitch. Olsen swings and pops it back foul. The top deck to our left. 1-1.
For the Atlanta Braves, they're trying to really crawl out of the hole early. 0-6 to start off the season. As you're mentioning, their last place team average, they're 28th in runs, 20th in home runs, 25th in earned run average.
Snell's 1-1. Olsen stays away. Fastball just outside. Two birds out at Dodger Stadium. They're not for the home team, not even for the road team. They're for the umpire behind home plate. Snell out of the stretch, looks at Ozuna. Very short lead off first base. Kike holding him there. And now the 2-1. Upstairs. 3 balls and a strike. And this 0-6 start is dubious for a number of reasons. As, well, you look at the history of baseball, no team that started 0-7 has ever reached the postseason. The 3-1 pitch. In the dirt, ball 4. Second walk of the inning for Blake Snell. It'll be first and second for Atlanta. Here with 2 going in the first.
And Snell in his first start this year, 5 innings. He walked 4, had only 2 strikeouts.
Left fielder, number 14, Brian De La Cruz.
Well, the last few years, Blake Snell has the highest strikeout rate in baseball. He also has the highest walk rate.
Yep.
That has not prevented him from achieving the highest levels of success in this game. That is just a part of, as they call it, the Blake Snell experience. One of the nastiest pitchers out there. Now he's going to use his stuff against Brian De La Cruz. 2 on, 2 out in the first. A 0-0 game. First pitch, breaking ball. Strike 1.
I can think just right off the top of my head, another pitcher, a lefty that pitched here for a long time. Unfortunately, we just lost him last year that had high pitch counts when he was in there, Fernando.
21st pitch of the first inning for Snell. Fastball at the knees, quickly 0-2.
And here in the first inning, Atlanta Braves, runner in scoring position, where the season, their last place in baseball. They've hit as a team, runners in scoring position, 0-29.
The 0-2, De La Cruz, ground ball, third. Muncy backhands it along the line, long throw, and Kike can't dig it out. It rolls into the camera well next to the Brave dugout. Ozuna comes in to score, and Atlanta hops in front 1-0. And Muncy tapping his chest, that's on him. Yes, that is a throwing error on the third baseman. Score at E5.
Big curveball from Snell, and for Muncy had all kinds of time to throw the baseball. Well, Kike Hernandez went out to get the ball on the scoop rather than to stay back. Well, it was going to be easier either way, but having difficulty scoring runs, and for the Braves, they will take a gift.
The last 2 runs they've scored in this series have been on errors from the left side of the Dodger infield. Strike 1 to the shortstop, Nick Allen. First and third for Atlanta. Still 2 out. And what's now a 1-0 Braves lead. Both throwing errors. Betts last night, Muncy today, where they had time. Snell's pitch away. 1 ball, 1 strike. So some extra pitches for Snell and already a lengthy first. His next offering will be his 25th. At the corners, 2 out, 1-0 Braves. Here's the pitch. Chop foul. Heads up in the Dodger dugout. Everybody okay. The count is 1-2. Snell a strike away from ending the first inning. He comes set, kicks, and fires. And Allen smacks it to left field. That's going to drop down and get all the way to the wall. Olsen scores. Green light for De La Cruz. Here's the relay. Throw from Betts. Tag at the play. Got him! Michael Conforto got it to Mookie. Mookie got it to Will. And that prevents a second run on the play from scoring. But the Braves do get 2 in the top of the first inning. Now the offense will try and get them back. Shohei Ohtani to lead.
Your day in baseball starts with MLB Central.
California. Learn more today at chla.org. Dodgers in a first inning hole, 2-0 Atlanta in this series finale. Braves scored 2 runs on just 1 hit, 1 error, 1 left on. So now the Dodger offense gets to work against the right-hander Bryce Elder. Shohei Ohtani leading off on his bobblehead night. You know what that means. Heads up in the pavilion. First pitch of the game. Ohtani takes it for a called strike on the outer third. Elder, 25 years old, was an all-star in 2023. His 0-1 pitch rolled foul on the first base side, quickly 0-2. That year, 31 starts for Atlanta, 12 wins, 174 and 2/3 innings, an ERA of 3.81. Last year, though, just 10 starts with the big club, his ERA 6.52. And he's in the rotation because of some injuries the Braves had to start the year. The 0-2 pitch. Ohtani fouls it back to stay alive. Spencer Strider still working his way back from Tommy John surgery. Atlanta hopeful to have him back in the next couple of weeks. And Reynaldo Lopez hit the injured list and had arthroscopic shoulder surgery, so he's gone for at least 2 months. Another 0-2 pitch. Ohtani rolls it to the right side. Scooped up by Olsen at first. Elder covering the bag. He steps on it, and Shohei is retired.
Well, for Elder, they ran into all kinds of problems. You just said last year, just 10 starts at the big leagues. ERA was over 6.5. He also gave up a batting average of 311. I mean, in 49 and 2/3 innings, he had 64 hits. And the Dodgers beat him up. If you look at last May here at Dodger Stadium, he went just 3 1/3, gave up 3 home runs. Ohtani, Muncy, and Pages left the yard.
Mookie Betts left the yard last night. He's up now. Bases empty, 1 gone, bottom first. Dodgers trailing 2-0. He watches a first pitch strike.
Elder fastball, sinker, slider about 30% of the time, and a changeup.
The 0-1. Betts stares at a fastball just outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Teoscar Hernandez on deck. No Freddie Freeman again for a 3rd game in the series after his shower mishap on Sunday morning. 1-1 pitch. Bounces off the dirt, ball 2.
That's one you don't hear very often.
Shower mishap.
Shower mishap.
The 2-1 pitch. Mookie bounces it behind Elder, right up the middle. The second baseman Albies feels it just on the shortstop side of the bag and throws out Betts. 2 gone. Home run. Walk, 4 RBIs, 3 runs scored. 2 out, nobody on for him. He waves at the first pitch, strike 1.
One of the strong points offensively for this Dodger ball club to this particular point in going 7-0 is that they have not expanded a lot of strike zones in different at-bats that they've taken.
Here's the pitch. Teoscar pulls the back foot out of the way from ball 1. The 1-1 from Elder. Teo takes ball 2. Chadwick Tromp is the catcher behind the plate. First action for him this series, and you can see he's got a quick glove hand behind the plate trying to frame up some strikes. 2-1. Teoscar swings through, strike 2, square count.
Wind, at least for the moment, has dropped down a little bit. Gorgeous day.
San Gabriel's.
It's like you can reach out and touch the San Gabriel Mountains.
Better yet, have Teoscar send the ball there. The 2-2 pitch. Strike 3 swinging. So 1-2-3, bottom of the first, work by Elder. Blake Snell will come back to work. After 1 full at Dodger Stadium, it's 2-0 Braves.
L.A. great.
of their 7 victories so far this year, Mo, 5 have been in comeback fashion. That's after leading all of baseball last year in comeback wins with 43.
Yeah, but they don't have to wait till they're 2 outs. That was their strong point last year, too. And we made that observation again this spring over in Arizona.
Especially in the second half. For a long time, they were really struggling with 2 outs, and then they turned on the Jets. Blake Snell trying to bounce back after the first inning. Through 26 pitches, just 13 strikes. Gave up 2 runs, but only 1 earned. His first pitch of the inning. Stuart Fairchild bunts it to the left side of the infield. Muncy charged, throws with one hand, throws it away. Gets by Kike. But the ball came back into play, and Fairchild is going to stay on first base.
Made a very good pickup. Had to make the throw on the run. But the second less than stellar throw from Max Muncy in the ballgame.
Not an easy play, but the play you see made. So Fairchild reaches, and he's got a little bit of speed. Leadoff batter on, no outs. Chadwick Trump, the catcher at the plate, batting from the right side, and he takes a first pitch strike. 3 of the Braves' 4 runs in this series have been unearned. And already 2 errors today, both charged to Max Muncy. Snell looking at Fairchild, who's kind of shuffling off first base, and Trump swings through. The ball skips off Smith. It is called foul by home plate umpire Tony Randazzo. So that means Fairchild back to first base, 2 strikes against Trump. The pitch from Snell bounces off of Smith and gets away, allows Fairchild the room to get into second.
Well, the Dodgers need to tighten things up. That's a wild pitch on a breaking ball in the dirt. But for Will Smith, he got in front of the ball. It just hit right behind the plate itself and bounced up a little bit to Smith's right and glanced off the body.
Now Fairchild on second, still no outs. Trump spoils the 1-2 pitch from Blake. 2-0 Atlanta. Early going of the second inning. Another risk situation for the Braves, who improved in the first inning to now 2 for 36 with runners in scoring position this year. Another 1-2 pitch coming from Snell. Trump, check swing, fouls it into the net above his own dugout.
A little anger in that pitch. That was at 98 miles an hour, elevated fastball.
As Snell justifiably upset to start this game. A little bit of the calls behind home plate, and then the defense being played behind him. Misses downstairs. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Trump. Thirty-year-old catcher from Aruba. Snell's 2-2. Downstairs to the heater at 94. Full count on the number 8 hitter. And the backup catcher, Chadwick Trump.
Snell, yes, they're using the
home of the world champion LA Dodgers. KLAC.
We're back for Eli White, the number 9 hitter. Runner on second, 1 out in the second. Blake Snell, the curveball, swing and a miss, strike 1. This inning brought to you by Budweiser. This Bud's for you. 2-0 Atlanta. Braves trying for their first win, not just of this series, but of the season. The 0-1 from Snell. Down and in. First start of this series for White, center fielder. He's come off the bench as a pinch hitter in both games, or substitute. He's 0 for 1 or 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. The 1-1 pitch. Bunts it to the right side. And Snell and Kike miscommunication, and that means White is going to reach. He bunted it toward the first baseman. Kike charged initially, then hesitated, and Snell also hesitated. And so White, booking it down the line, gets to first base. And now Fairchild is at third. So once again, the Dodgers not playing clean baseball, and Atlanta has a chance to take advantage with the lineup turning over.
Just a smart play. If a team is going to play you back, why not lay down the bunts? I mean, we've been talking about this for years, in particular when the shift was being applied.
Now Ozzie Albies, who's 0 for 1. First pitch swinging, fly ball center field. Andy Pajes hustling back on the warning track in front of the wall. He cannot make the catch. He got spun around before he crashed in the wall, and the ball bounced off his glove. Fairchild scores. White hustles from first to third. Ozzie Albies now on second, and it's 3-0 Atlanta.
And the Dodgers need to shake themselves because that was poorly played going back. Turned to his right, did not take a straight path, then turned back towards home plate to reach up over the shoulder. And the ball went off the top of the glove and then compounded by not a very good throw coming into the third base bag. It allows the batter runner to get to second.
Scored a double, an RBI double for Albies. Second and third, still only one out. Dodger infield set to come in, but first there will be a meeting on the mound brought to you by Jacoby and Myers, because everyone deserves justice. It's Blake Snell, Will Smith, and every Dodger infielder, and this meeting is being run by Snell. Smith talking as well. The infielders all listening, trying to get on the same page here, because as you just talked about, Mo, it is Snell who uses PitchCom to call his own game. So he's making his fielders aware of what his game plan is going to be here against the meat of the Atlanta lineup.
Well, already in this ball game, the Atlanta Braves have had more hits with runners in scoring position than they had total in the first 6 games, where they had just 1. So far, they've had 3 in this one.
3-0 Braves. Second and third, one out. First pitch to Ozuna. Fastball upstairs at 96, ball 1. Ozuna walked and scored on the first Muncy error in the first inning. Pitch 41 of the game for Blake Snell. A 1-0. Ozuna bends back on another high fastball. 2 balls, no strikes. So we talk about the Braves' struggles with wrist. They started 1 for 34. Now they're 3 for their last 5. On 2-0, Snell deals. Ozuna takes. Ball 3, low and away. And that underscores something we have talked about each of these first 2 nights, Mo. Yes, this Braves team is scuffling, but it is still talented. And if they wake up, look out. The Dodgers are helping them wake up in this game. That's what's most frustrating. It's a 4-pitch walk to Marcell Ozuna, and that loads the bases.
Well, it's one thing to wake up. It's another thing to be given a platter. And to this point, that's exactly what Atlanta has been given. And they're not about to deny acceptance of it the way they've been struggling. They're looking for their first win of the season. And it's the Dodgers that are playing like they were caught in traffic and arrived late. And now Blake Snell's having some words with Tony Randazzo, the home plate umpire.
And Mark Pryor's going to come out and have a visit, perhaps call Blake down a little bit. And Randazzo was barking back at Snell for sure. So Snell has to calm down, rein in the emotions, and settle in here. I mean, it's already 3-0, and he hasn't gotten any help. I mean, let's just call it plainly. This has been absolutely putrid baseball we've seen from the Dodgers today. It's bad news Bears-ish, given the team that they have.
Well, if this was 4 weeks ago, we would say, well, it's early in spring training. This isn't spring training.
Mound visit complete. Everybody retreats to their respective positions, including Mark Pryor back into the dugout.
And we get a ground ball double play, maybe get out of the inning in this spot. And for Austin Riley, who's the batter, he's 0 for his last 17, including 0 for 1 tonight.
Flew out to left field his first time up. Has him loaded with only 1 out in the second inning. Ball 1 inside from Snell.
Riley wearing number 27. You want to change that number tomorrow. Why? Tomorrow he turns 28.
The 1-0. Riley swings and slices it foul.
Outfield's playing a little bit the opposite way. Infield still to pull. Well off the line at first is Kike Hernandez.
1 ball, 1 strike. Loaded with 1 out. 3-0 Braves. Snell's fastball is high again. 2-1. And now Snell, the frustration visible with himself as he keeps missing upstairs with the heater. Riley batting .087 on the year. Can he help Snell out? Blake's fastball again high, 3-1. He's searching for that fastball command. You talk about all this stuff and offerings you want. It really comes down to fastball command for any pitcher, right, Mo?
Yeah, and that was not in the strike zone. That was elevated. It was high.
Nowhere to put him. 3 balls and a strike. The pitch. Riley swings and fouls strike 2. On the left side, fills the count.
Well, hitters love it when pitchers are having difficulty dialing the strike zone, because then, well, do they start aiming the pitch? If they figure they're getting pinched, now you can start to say, hey, I'm going to take advantage of a groove fastball or a hanging curveball.
Pitch count really elevated for Snell. This is his 49th. Another 3-2 pitch. Riley swings, pops it up. Right side, foul ground. Kike Hernandez drifts over and squeezes out number 2. Huge second out for Snell as all the runners have to hold.
Number 28, Matt Olson.
Now a lefty at the plate against Snell, Matt Olson, who walked and scored in the first inning. 3-0 Braves, 2 out, but the bases are loaded. 50th pitch of the game for Blake Snell is in the dirt, well blocked by Smith. Ball 1.
Last year he handled lefties very well. In fact, just a 105 average. Right-handers didn't do much damage either a season ago, just 187.
Wind picked up, blowing out toward right. Head of this 1-1 pitch. Snell's fastball 95. He wanted that call, probably deserved it, didn't get it. It's 2-1. And Blake was bunny hopping off the mound when he saw Randazzo didn't give him that one. That electronically, that's clearly a strike, but not to Randazzo today. Now the 2-1 pitch. Olson lays off a slider upstairs. 3 balls and a strike. Another 3-ball count for Blake Snell.
And Olson knows he's got to throw a fastball. He's got to throw a strike. And for Olson, would like to connect for his 9th career grand slam.
Dodger infield playing back. They're loaded with 2 out. The Dodgers already trailing 3-0. The 3-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Fastball elevated right at the top of the zone. Fills the count. And puts Snell on the doorstep of getting out of this second inning. He is walking the tightrope right now. They've scored 1. They have a chance for more. Bags are packed. 2 out. And now a 3-2 pitch from Blake Snell. Runners going. Swung on and fouled away to our left in the top deck.
Fastball again, 96 outside corner.
It would appear that there is stirring in the Dodger bullpen with Snell now at 55 pitches. The next pitch will be the 30th of the second inning alone. Another 3-2. Head start for the runners. Olson swings. Another foul ball from the third base side. In Snell's Dodger debut on opening day against Detroit, he threw 92 pitches, just 53 strikes, but he got through 5 innings. Right now he's grinding through his second. 3-0 Atlanta. They're loaded. Still 2 out. Another 3-2. Olson smacks it to left field. Conforto racing back toward the track. It goes over his head, and one hops off the wall. Stop sign for Ozuna. It's going to be a 2-run double for Matt Olson. And Atlanta now leads 5-0.
A different ball club when you give them opportunities to score. And that fastball, outer third of the plate. And Olsen strong enough. He went with it.
Number 14, Ryan De La Cruz.
Now Brian De La Cruz, first pitch strike from Snell. Clips the outside corner. 5-0 Atlanta. 2 in the first, 3 here in the second. The 0-1 pitch. De La Cruz, line drive right at Mookie Betts at short. Hit hard, but right at Betts, and that brings an end to the second inning. Atlanta has 5 runs. None of them have been earned for Blake Snell. Even
Every game night is
.471 with an OPS of 1331 through 7 games. Swings at the first pitch, though, and he pops it up. Olsen, the first baseman, backing up along the line, and he reaches out. That wind we mentioned earlier at the top of the telecast, probably a factor there, but he makes the catch for the first out.
Mentioned on the radio side, too.
Touche.
Yeah. Just checking. Want to make sure I was not in the wrong booth.
There's cameras everywhere.
Microphones, too.
But luckily for our listeners, not on our faces. 1 on, 1 out in the bottom of the second. 5-0 Atlanta. Here's Tommy Edman batting from the left side. Ball one skips off home plate from Elder. Tommy has a 7-game hitting streak to open the year, batting .250 on the campaign, slugging .571 to his 3 home runs. Elder's pitch is in there for strike one, evening the count.
Quick question. Did you think that you would see Tommy Edman batting left-handed with the left side of the infield playing as much of a shift as they are to pull? I mean, this is third baseman's almost at the shortstop position.
Elder deals and misses downstairs. Advantage Edman, 2-1.
And I think one of the things you do as a hitter also, is this where they played him in the past? Because in your mind you're thinking, well, are they going to pitch me inside more than they normally do?
Elder deals and looked like he got the inside corner, but he didn't get the call. 3 balls and a strike. So Edman in a driver's seat. Dodgers trying to chip away at this 5-0 deficit here with a runner on and 1 out in the bottom of the second inning. On 3-1. Edman swings and drives the ball right center field, going back White. He's at the wall. It's out of here. Tommy Tanks alive and well to begin 2025. A 2-run blast, his 4th of the season, and the Dodgers right back in it. It's now 5-2.
You line him up with the big sluggers. He's not as big. It doesn't look like he is as strong, but he generates bat speed without overswinging. And for Daniel's Jewelers, the proud sponsor of the trip around the diamond, it's also been your family jeweler since 1948. So you can visit danielsjewelers.com/baseball for a free baseball bracelet and $50 off a $99 coupon.
First pitch to Max Muncy, down and in, ball 1. It's now just a 3-run game with forever to go here in this series finale. Edman's 10th home run in just 45 games as a Dodger. Muncy swings, hits it hard, but right to second base. Ozzie Albies fields it on a hop, and Muncy's retired 2 away.
But I go back on the defensive positioning against Tommy Edman. You know, from a hitter, you look out there and say, well, wait a minute. They're not going to be pitching me away if they've got the shift on as much as the left side of the infield in particular had. So you can maybe cheat if the count's in your favor. And by cheating, I'm talking about maybe open up that front side a little bit early.
Kike Hernandez up. Taking the first pitch. Down and in. Called strike 1. Jeez.
In the first 2 innings, the strike zone is like dialing for dollars.
The 0-1 to Kike Hernandez. Now he's got a guard against that pitch. That was a foot inside, but he had to swing, and he fouled away a second strike.
Well, we thought the strike zone last night was interesting.
Tony's topping it so far today. Bases empty, 2 gone after the 2-run home run from Edman. Now 5-2 Atlanta. The 0-2 pitch. Kike rolls it to the left side. Riley picks it up off the grass, ranging to his left, throws on one leg, and it's a good throw to Olsen to get Kike. But the Dodgers get a couple back on 1 swing from Tommy Tanks. A 2-run homer makes it a 5-2 game. We'll return with the 3rd inning after this break.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager.
25. This inning led off by Nick Allen, shortstop, 1 for 1 with an RBI single. He fouls the first pitch from Snell to the right side. And the lowest level seats, 0-1. Snell misses up and away the fastball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Allen 3 for 8 to start the year. Hits in every game he's played. One of only 2 Braves with a batting average above 200. Swing and knocks a fastball foul behind home plate into the net. Strike 2.
It's actually an improvement. They came into last night's game, not one hitter at 200 or above.
A 1-2 pitch. Rolled to the left side. Muncy shuffles and throws. A fastball across. It's a good throw. Dodger Stadium gives him a round of applause. He wanted to make that play. Mookie probably could have, Mo. Muncy cut in front of that, shuffling to his left.
I like that. Take charge of it. Go ahead and get it. Got his feet underneath him and threw an absolute rocket over to first base.
Max has had a tough day at the hot corner so far. His 2 throwing errors have paved the way for 5 unearned runs against Blake Snell. Ball 1 down and in to Stuart Fairchild.
But Steven, that's what you want. You want the aggressiveness. Hey, I'll take it. Let's right the ship.
Fairchild swings and pushes it high in the air, right field. Teoscar went back a moment, now hustles in, and he squeezes the second out of the third.
Well, friends, you can stream every out-of-market game live or on demand. That's right. Plus, you can also stream MLB Network 24/7 for the entire season. Now, blackout and other restrictions do apply, so we encourage you to visit MLB.tv for more details.
Blake Snell threw 26 pitches in the first inning, 33 in the second. He's got 2 outs on 6 pitches in the third. His first pitch to Trump, a fastball just missed outside. 1-0, and the disgust continues to simmer with Snell. His feelings about Tony Randazzo's zone. That looked to be off the plate. This pitch even more off the plate and upstairs, ball 2. Control of his fastball has not been there for Snell in his second outing as a Dodger. He's into his windup. 2-0 pitch. Trump pops it up. Edman beyond the infield. 10 feet onto the grass. He squeezes the third and final out. So it's a 1-2-3 third for Blake Snell. Perhaps he's got the ball rolling. The offense back to work after.
Let's see if we can figure out the following baseball slang term.
best start ever by a reigning champ. Andy Pages leading off against Bryce Elder. First pitch taken atop the zone, strike one. Mo, you brought this up earlier, but Andy Pages has some good memories to draw upon when facing Bryce Elder. Elder, last May, when the Dodgers beat Atlanta 11-2, started and gave up 3 home runs. One of them to Andy, who swings through his second strike.
Yeah, it was also Ohtani and Muncy that left the yard with 7 runs in those 3 and the third innings. When Elder was pitching, it was right here.
He misses away with the breaking ball to Pages, 1-2. Pages calls for time, is granted that. Some cloud cover at the stadium, so it's all about the lights and the San Gabriel's in the distance now. A 1-2. Pages swings and pulls it foul. Earlier start time on this Wednesday, 5:38 start for this
Earlier
finale.
start time for those who are coming to the ballpark on Ohtani's bobblehead. I understand is that people were lining up at 9:30 this morning.
Wow. Another 1-2 pitch from Elder. In the dirt. Ohtani bobblehead nights have become events. And you know it's going to be just the same. The Freddie Freeman bobblehead night coming up. On 2-2, Pages stays away from a breaking ball away. Full count. So from 0-2 to 3-2. Ohtani watching from the on-deck circle. Here comes the payoff. And Pages takes called strike 3. Fastball in the outside corner. And Andy did not protest.
Yeah, that's a pitch that I've talked about at length with Pages. Majority of his called strikeouts are pitches away from him. And I just wonder, does he really have a good grasp of where the outside corner is?
Lineup turns over. Here's Shohei. First pitch, up and away, ball 1. Ohtani grounded out to first base. First trip to the plate. It's a 7-game on-base streak to begin the year. Here's the 1-0. Big swing and a miss. Strike 1. It's a slider, it looked like, from Elder.
Mixed defense, infield to pull. Third baseman Riley's playing at the shortstop position, but the outfield's the opposite way.
On the 1-1. Ohtani watches ball 2 downstairs. 5-2 Atlanta. Bases clear. 1 out, bottom third. Elder ready. Glove in front of his face. Kicks into his windup. And hits the inner third with strike 2. Ohtani thought that was inside. He asked for time. Randazzo gives it to him. So Ohtani, as he does, takes time, adjusts the elbow guard. Steps back into the box. Plants his rear left leg. Now bat high above his head. The 2-2 on the way. And Ohtani fouls a slider down and in. Would have been ball 3, but felt it was close enough to give it a swing. It was 5-0 Braves. All 5 runs unearned. 2 Muncy errors at third base. Dodgers got 2 back. The Tommy Edman home run. The 2-2 pitch high into the stratosphere into right field. Shallow right field. Waiting for it is Fairchild. And it finally drops into his glove. 2 gone. At AM/PM, when the Dodgers steal a base at home, you score a free hot dog in any 12-ounce slim Coca-Cola. Redeem your free feast in the AM/PM app. Let's play ball. AM/PM. Too much good stuff. Two out, nobody on. Here's Mookie. He's 0 for 1 with the ground out to second base. First pitch swinging, fouls back a strike. Betts last night hit his 3rd home run of the season. He's got 6 hits, 3 of them have left the yard, and all 3 home runs have been go-ahead homers. The 0-1 pitch is down and away. So Mookie has been clutch at the plate to begin this year. A 1-1. Slider atop the zone, called strike 2. 3 home runs, 6 RBIs in 4 games so far. The 1-2 swings and a chopper to short. Allen charging. Snow cone in the glove, and he transfers and throws in time to get Mookie Betts. So Pages, Ohtani, and Betts retired in order. We go to the 4th inning. It's still 5-2 Atlanta. Atlanta 0-6 to begin the year, trying to avoid the dreaded 0-7 start. No team in MLB history has made the postseason after losing their first 7 games. Meanwhile, the Dodgers trying to become the first reigning World Series champion to begin the following year 8-0. Snell's first pitch to Eli White, taken to center. Pages waited a moment, comes in. 1 pitch, 1 out for Snell in the 4th.
Well, we've not seen interesting numbers. Snell, through the first 3 innings, had 23 swings against pitches, but there were only 2 misses.
He just wasn't in the zone enough with his fastball to make them respect that pitch enough. Albies swings at the first pitch and sends it foul down the right field line.
I saw those numbers, and I looked at it the second time. I mean, 23 swings, only 2 swing and misses.
Ozzie Albies is 1 for 2. RBI double his last time up. That made it 3-0. Can't check his swing here. He went around on a pitch down in the dirt. It's 0-2. But Snell, a lot of work the first 2 innings. 26 pitches, 59 strikes. In the third, it was a 1-2-3 frame on 9 pitches. And now he's got 2 outs on 4 pitches. Albies down swinging. That's the second strikeout for Snell in this game.
I tell you what has been impressive for me is the fact that Blake Snell's been able to keep concentration. You know, he's seen less than stellar plays. Oh, the 2 that were thrown away, and then there was a hesitation over first, a late coverage. There was a kind of a misplay in center field on top of it. And yet he is helping it keep his ball club still in the ball game after they score a couple of runs.
First pitch to Marcell Ozuna, slider downstairs, 1-0. Ozuna has walked twice today and scored once. Snell's pitch at the knees, called ball 2. Now Blake's been getting squeezed. And you know, part of you wonders. First, let's see this 2-0 pitch from Snell to Ozuna. Base is empty, 2 gone, 5-2 Atlanta. It is at the knees, dropped by Smith, but still called strike 1. When you have an exchange like Snell and Tony Randazzo had, where it's animated, there was barking, both directions. If that doesn't like subconsciously seep into an umpire's mind and the zone gets a little smaller for a pitcher. The 2-1. Low with the slider, 3 balls and a strike.
That's why you start to talk to veteran catchers on how they try and work with home plate umpires and let them know, hey, you need to dial it in. Hey, you're the best. Hey, we're questioning it.
Snell just clips the outside corner, strike 2, and we have a full count. Ozuna is walking toward first as if that was going to be his 3rd walk of the game. He's got to walk back to the right-handed batter's box.
Yep.
A league-high 12 walks in 7 games for Ozuna. Here's the payoff from Snell. I'll make it 13 walks for Ozuna. Takes his base, 2-out free pass issued by Snell.
Well, Ozuna is really kind of a simple formula. Until those people around him begin to really swing the bats, why pitch to him?
Austin Riley, who is scuffling to begin 2025. He digs in from the right side. He's 0 for 2. And just 2 for 24 this year. But he smacks one to left field. A 2-out single, initially bobbled by Conforto, but he gets it in quickly. The throw into Mookie is dropped, but it doesn't dribble away so far. Here's some groans at Dodger Stadium. Ozuna holds on second, first and second for Matt Olson.
First base, Matt Olson.
Riley on first after his first hit of the series. Ozuna on second. Olson, he's reached twice. Walked and scored in the first. Then a 2-run double in the second that made it 5-0 Atlanta at the time. It's now 5-2, and Olson swings at the first pitch. Ground ball. Backhand stop by Edman. And he throws the first to get Olson. Oh, my goodness, Tommy Edman, what a play. It was hit hard. He was going to his right. Backhanded it on one hop and made the play. That strands a pair for Blake Snell and the Dodgers, who remain within 3.
Great moments in baseball have been...
So on and so forth. They actually have to win if they want to stay in first place in the National League West, because the Padres won again today. They are undefeated as well.
Yep, and if the Dodgers don't come back and win this one, they will wind up in second place, as you mentioned, by a half game. Yeah.
First pitch strike to Teo.
San Diego's doing a lot of different things. Underrated, maybe overlooked, but not with their record so far.
They swept Atlanta and then have handled business against Cleveland. The 0-1, Hernandez swings and chops it foul on the third base side. The last time the Dodgers were not leading the National League West, Mo, you got to go all the way back to July 8th of 2023. They went wire to wire last year en route to their World Series championship. An 0-2 pitch coming from Elder to Hernandez, leading off the bottom of the fourth in a 5-2 game. And there is a pitch clock violation on Elder and Trump, so it's 1-2 now.
Yeah, Trump trying to call time just at the last instant, but he called timeout too late.
So now the pitch. It's low. Count evens up 2-2. Teoscar struck out swinging, ending the first inning, so he's 0 for 1. Elder's ready, so is Teo. He swings and grounds it foul again. Fielded by Dino Ebel.
Well, we mentioned Dodgers travel day tomorrow. They go on to Philadelphia. We'll join you on Friday, 2:30 Pacific. Morongo Casino Dodgers on deck. Show first pitch at 3:45 on the West Coast.
Another 2-2, and Teoscar strikes out swinging. A high slider. Third K for Elder. One gone in the fourth inning.
So Friday in Philadelphia, the Dodgers go to Philly, then to our nation's capital. And then a week from Friday on April 11th, here's what you're talking about. The Cubs in, and that is Freddie Freeman bobblehead night presented by Bank of America. And the first 40,000 fans in attendance will take home a bobblehead commemorating Freddie's walk-off grand slam in last year's World Series. So come and join us. Dodgers.com/promotions.
First pitch ball to Michael Conforto, who walked and scored in the second inning, coming around on Tommy Edmonds' home run. 5-2 Atlanta. Bases empty, one gone. Elder misses way high. 2 balls, no strikes on Conforto. We've yet to see Michael's first home run in Dodger blue. But the way he's looked at the plate this year, Mo, you don't feel like he's going to wait too much longer. Takes a slider, just got the inside corner. 2-1.
Well, this ballpark, I think, is going to be more receptive than it was in San Francisco with that deep, deep right center field.
The 2-1. Conforto smacks it center field. Hit well, going back wide. It's gone! That's what we're talking about, Rick Monday. Michael Conforto's first home run as a Dodger. Rounds third. Daps up Dino Ebel. Touches home plate. It's now a 2-run game. 5-3 Atlanta.
Well, Conforto's only problem was you were not talking about the home runs quickly enough this year. And Daniels Jewelers, a proud sponsor of the trip around the diamond. Also your family jewelers since 1948. So visit danielsjewelers.com/baseball and you'll get a free baseball bracelet along with a $50 off $99 coupon.
First pitch to Will Smith. A sinker hits the outer third, strike one. Still only one out in the fourth inning. The Dodgers now ever closer, 5-3 Braves. Pitch to Smith. This is outside, 1-1. Will is 0 for 1. He popped out to first base in the second. Elder, good pitch. Ran one inside, and Will couldn't check the swing. So it's 1-2.
Not too many bad swings so far against Elder.
Elder deals. Smith takes 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Elder obviously trying to return to form that he had in 2023 in those 31 starts, 12-4, ERA under 4. A member of the All-Star team of the National League. And then last year, it's like he disappeared.
2-2. Smith drives the ball, left center field, base hit beyond the outstretched arm of Allen at short. So that'll bring the tying run to the plate for the Dodgers here in the fourth inning. And it's Tommy Tanks.
Well, right now, this is a different Dodger ball club, just the way they're looking than what they appeared to be over the first inning and the third.
Well, here's something that you have to take into account for the Dodgers. This season, innings 1 through 4, their run differential is even, 0. After the fourth inning, plus 18. Tommy Edman back up for a second time. His first time, a 2-run homer. He's got a runner on once again. Lays off a pitch down in the dirt, ball 1. Edman with 4 home runs this year already. Elder out of the stretch, peeking over his shoulder at Smith on first. Comes home to Edman. Tommy dances out of the way of ball 2. In 2023, Tommy tied his career high with 13 home runs that year. That season, he didn't hit his 4th home run until April 25th, his 23rd game of the year. Here, Edman has 4 in the first 8 games. Rick Kranitz, the Braves pitching coach, coming out to have a mound visit. It's brought to you by Jacoby and Myers, because everyone deserves justice.
And for the Braves bullpen, lefty beginning to loosen up. Braves understand, and you can feel kind of momentum. Momentum. You can't taste it, you can't see it, but boy, you can feel it. And I think the Braves are understanding is that, look, the Dodgers are coming back, and they need to figure out a way to kind of slow things down right now offensively.
Right now they're trying to speed things up between the ears of Bryce Elder on the mound.
Well, you cannot strike out a batter with 1 pitch. It takes at least 3. And for Elder, just recalled, he's going to have to figure to be large. And Atlanta desperately trying to pick up their first victory of the season.
Elder's at 65 pitches. A left-hander, Aaron Bummer, warming in the bullpen in right field. 1 on, 1 out in the 4th. 5-3 Atlanta. The 2-0 to Edman is inside, ball 3. (3-0). Better be careful with the man at the plate. Tommy Edman waiting. Elder deals. Upstairs, ball 4. Tying runs aboard in the 4th inning. And the stars are aligning here, Mo. Max Muncy, 2 E5s today. Paving the way for 5 unearned Braves runs. He's the man at the plate. 2 on, 1 out. Now just a 2-run game.
Yeah, and for Atlanta, they're on the phone with the bullpen. I'm immediately thinking back to last night. Mookie Betts, makes a throwing error, and then he took things on his own.
Muncy with that freshly ordered torpedo bat in hand. Has to wait an extra moment. Elder stepped off the bump. Dodgers trailing 5-3.
Dave Roberts is talking about a couple of Dodgers did order them and to have overnight delivery.
Muncy swings to right field. He slams the bat down in frustration. Routine flyout caught by Fairchild. Both Smith and Edman have to hold. So it'll be up to Kike Hernandez in the 4th inning.
Playing at a group pitch. That was just a bad at bat.
Now Kike Hernandez, 2 on, 2 out in the 4th inning. The Dodgers down 2. First pitch gets the inside corner again, strike 1. If you recall, Kike's first trip to the plate finished grounding out to third, but it's a couple pitches down and in, and that's where Elder is going again here in this battle with Kike. The 0-1. Kike swings, a swinging bunt up the line. Trump fields, throws as he spins. Oh, what a dazzling play by Chadwick Trump. It was a swinging bunt that maybe went 15 feet up the line, and Trump got to it quickly and threw out Hernandez.
Let's see if we can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Apo Taco. Do you know what
for the Braves here in the fifth. First pitch of the night for Kasparius. It's a breaking ball quite low, but called strike one. Ben will take it. The Dodger bullpen has been terrific this year, Rick Monday. And they're getting an earlier start than anticipated tonight. Kasparius ahead 0-2.
They've started off, the bullpen has, like they finished up in postseason last year, where they were absolutely marvelous.
Kasparius, the 0-2 pitch. De La Cruz bends back on a high fastball at 96. Last saw Ben, the series finale against the Tigers. Just one inning. It was clean, though. 1K. There's the 1-2 pitch. De La Cruz down swinging.
Shortstop, Nick Allen.
Now, part of you feels for Blake Snell a little bit, Mo. He's out of the game. It just didn't. The Dodgers were a little late off the bus today in a number of facets. First pitch to the shortstop, Nick Allen. Curveball dropped in there for a strike.
We talked many times about playing a clean game, and it was anything but that.
It was filthy.
Yeah, first couple of innings. Snell was not only trying to get batters out, he was trying to figure out where the strike zone was, and not trying to blame it on home plate umpire Tony Randazzo. He got a lot of looks and had so far against Atlanta also.
Couple fastballs missing upstairs from Kasparius. 2 balls and a strike on Allen, who was 1 for 2 with an RBI single. Dodgers fell behind 5-0. It's now 5-3 in the top of the fifth. Bases empty, 1 out. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Fastball by him at 95.
The good teams, I think, have always adopted the theory. If they're within 3 runs in the 6th or 7th inning, they figure they get a really good chance to win.
Strike 3 swinging. Kasparius with a fist pump after he gets Allen back-to-back Ks to start the fifth.
You know, the good teams that we're privileged to be a part of, you're within 3 runs in the 7th inning, you have to have the mindset, okay, this game is ours. Now, that's not going to be handed to you. You have to go out and work for it and find it. But if you can stay close and have a fighting chance, take advantage.
Now Stuart Fairchild, first pitch swinging, ground ball to Muncy. On one hop, he picks it up. Fires another fastball across to Kike Hernandez. That is a quick inning of work for Ben Kasparius. 1-2-3 with a couple of Ks. We're halfway home at Dodger Stadium. The Dodgers chasing 2.
Let's see if we can figure out the following base.
Dodgers saw him in Game 1 of the series. Gave up 17 home runs last year. Something to keep an eye on with some power hitters coming up. First pitch, slider pulled in the dirt. Bounces away from Trump. Ball 1. Here's the pitch. That's downstairs again. Ball 2. The righty readies. Pages swings and grounds the ball foul just to the left of the third base line. Riley was there to field it. 2-1. The series opener, De Los Santos pitched an inning, gave up 1 run, 3 hits, struck out 2. The 2-1. And that hits Andy on that front left tricep elbow guard. He looks back at De Los Santos, drops the bat, and now is shaking out that left arm as he removes his left shin pad. That was something that brought a loud sound from down there, Mo.
Well, he's got some, looks like hard plastic on the back of the left arm, and he's just staring out of the mound and walking very slowly down the first base line. Tying run to the plate, Shohei Ohtani. It's a 2-run game, 5-3 Braves. Shohei is 0 for 2. Well, this is all about getting runners on base. You've got to close the gap. You're down just by 2. And Ohtani now, the tying run at home plate.
0 for 2. How long can you hold him down on his bobblehead night? People have been waiting for hours to get here. Swings at the first pitch, fouls it away on the left side. 0-1. Folks lined up since 9 o'clock this morning, perhaps even earlier, for his NL MVP bobblehead. On this 0-1, Ohtani checks his swing on a fastball up and a tick away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pages on first, no outs in the bottom of the 5th. 5-3 Braves. De Los Santos has the pitch. Comes home. And Ohtani swings through, strike 2.
It's a big changeup. So De Los Santos, with a really good arm action, does not tip off that changeup, the off speed at all. Arm speed still the same as the heater and the slider.
The 1-2 pitch. Low. Shohei has the count even.
Doubled up on the change.
Breeze blowing out ever so slightly towards center, right center. Pages short lead off first. Tying run at the plate. On the 2-2. Ohtani rips a ball right field. It will drop in front of Fairchild. Pages cutting the bag. Going for third. The throw in there. The tag. He's safe. First and third, the Dodgers have him cornered for Mookie Betts.
Tell you, Pages wasted no time at all. That ball out away from Ohtani, as we saw last night, hooked around it. It was a one-hop line drive to the right fielder. And Pages just barely in there ahead of the tag. Whereas with Pages, one thing about it, if he makes up his mind is going, he is not really picking up base coaches. He ran through a red light the other night.
First and third, no outs. 5-3 Atlanta. Tying runs on base. Go-ahead run at the plate with Mookie. De Los Santos disengages.
Can't hear the pitch count.
He goes to the back of the mound, now putting his cap to his ear to try and get things sorted out. Mookie is 0 for 2 in this game, a pair of groundouts. He has 3 home runs this season, 3 of his 6 hits. Every single home run has been a go-ahead homer. Can he do it again? First pitch outside, ball one. De Los Santos into the game, relieving Bryce Elder. Pages is on third, Ohtani on first. Betts at the plate. Here's the pitch. Mookie swings, ground ball right back to De Los Santos, and Pages is caught in no man's land.
Can't get doubled up.
There's a low line drive, and De Los Santos fortunately positioned.
Yep. I mean, that's a tough go, but you're told over and over and over by base coaches, watch out for the line drive.
Now it's Teoscar Hernandez. A tough 1-5 double play for Betts. So Ohtani now on first. The throw over, gets away. Shohei takes off for second. It dribbles into shallow right field. Ohtani gets in a scoring position on the errant throw from De Los Santos.
Ohtani did not have a big lead to begin with.
Went from first to third, no outs, to now runner on second with 2 out in a flash. Tying run still at the plate with Teoscar, who's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Here's the pitch. Teoscar was taking all the way. Lands in the heart of the zone, strike one. Teoscar has been clutch this year. He's 4 for 8 with runners on base, 3 for 7 with runners in scoring position. The 0-1, Teo swings, is jammed, and he pops it back over the net foul. It's 0-2. You compare those numbers with traffic on the base pass to his numbers with bases empty. He's 2 for 19 when the bags are clear. (5-3) Atlanta. 2 down, bottom 5. Ohtani on second. Teoscar in an 0-2 hole. Here's the pitch. Fouled straight back, 97 on the heater from De Los Santos.
Well, that was a huge double play. The Dodgers needed that runner at third desperately to score and make it a one-run contest. And Ohtani wants to be able to use that speed and come in from second base right now.
Another 0-2, and Teoscar strikes out swinging. Third K for Teo tonight. All 3 have been swinging. So the Dodgers get first and third, nobody out. They get nothing. We go to the city.
It's a great night for baseball.
This matchup features
Let the flame fill the night. When we touch them, we ignite. Let the flame fill the night. You and me light up
And instead of the Dodgers chipping away at the lead, perhaps tying or taking the lead, they still trail 5-3 here in the top of the sixth.
Well, that's spot at third base. The only ball you're going to be running on is a ball that's hit through the infield or a ground ball if you're going on contact, which would be doubtful at the time.
First two pitches of the inning for Casparius have missed the zone, so 2 balls, no strikes on the catcher Chadwick Trump. Make it 3-0. So this is a different look from Casparius, his second inning of relief that we saw in his first. In the fifth, he went 1-2-3, struck out the first 2 he faced. It's a 4-pitch walk to the backup catcher and number 8 hitter to open the game, or open the inning rather.
Hey, friends, next homestand on April 15th, the Rockies will be in, and the first 40,000 fans in attendance are going to receive a Jackie Robinson replica 1955 home jersey celebrating the 70th anniversary of the World Championship presented by UCLA Health. So come out and join us April 15th. First 40,000. So it's Dodgers.com/promotions.
Number 23, Michael Harris II.
Pinch hitter for the Braves here in the sixth is actually their starting center fielder, Michael Harris II, who's on the bench to begin this finale because of Blake Snell, a lefty starting the game for the Dodgers. Harris batting .130 on the young season. 2 for 8 in the series. Runner on, nobody out. Top of the sixth. Casparius' first offering. Curveball away. 1-0. Harris steps in for Eli White on the number 9 hitter. Ozzie Albies on deck. The pitch. There's a strike from Ben. Snaps a streak of 5 consecutive balls. One ball, one strike against Harris. He swings through a high heater at 97. 1-2. Casparius certainly has opened some eyes this spring. There's been a jump in some velocity and stuff. And he has the versatility to be a true weapon for this Dodger staff in 2025. The 1-2 pitch coming to Harris. And is smacked to right field. Teoscar is not going to get it. Fields it on one hop. Station to station goes Trump. So a 2-strike single for Harris. First 2 on for Atlanta.
And with 2 strikes, that is not a good location for a pitch.
Number 1, Ozzie Albies.
Top of the lineup now, Ozzie Albies. 1 for 3.
You know, Albies wants to drive in a run here, but I'll tell you what, the Dodgers are giving him everything for a possible bunt single. Everybody's back first and third.
He's swinging away, and he takes it the other way. Drops it into left field for a base hit. That's the first 3 on for Atlanta. In the 6th, still no outs. They're going to be loaded for Marcell Ozuna.
And this is not the spot that you want to be facing Ozuna.
Designated hitter number 20, Marcell.
Guy on deck, Riley, is 1 for his last 19, but he's going to break out of it, and hopefully it's not going to be tonight.
Ozuna has 3 walks tonight. He scored once. Last year it took Ozuna 25 games to get to 13 walks. He's done it in 7 here this season. First pitch bounces off the chest protector of Smith, goes toward the Dodger dugout. Ozuna puts up the stop sign for Trump, who holds at third base. Casparius was clean in the 5th. It has been anything but in the 6th. Bases loaded, no outs. Dodgers trying to stay within 2 and give themselves a chance the last half of this finale. The 1-0 pitch. Ozuna swings. Fly ball. Pages lost in the twilight. He can't see it. He doesn't know. Now he's got it, and he's underneath it. Perhaps he was trying to deke Trump, or maybe he really did lose it in the twilight sky. Throw in quickly, and Trump holds at third. All the runners hold.
Well,
one gone.
Twilight, I'm pretty sure he just did not see it to begin with. That's where you really kind of tell the infielders, look, point to the baseball. Baez then saw the ball. Perfect as far as catching the ball, and then made a wonderful throw right to the cutoff man, chest high.
They remain loaded for Austin Riley, who singled his last time up, so he's 1 for 3. Atlanta leading by 2 in the top of the 6th. First pitch swinging. Breaking ball fouled in the net, strike 1. Kasparius looks back at second, comes home to Riley, and lands a fastball at the knees, strike 2.
Well, his brief career has not really been a house of fire with bases loaded, just a 191 average. However, he does have 2 grand slams.
The 0-2 pitch, way high at 97. Nervousness here at Dodger Stadium, hoping that what happened in the bottom of the 5th didn't just give all the momentum back to the Braves. They're loaded with 1 out. A 1-2 pitch from Kasparius. Breaking ball is low, 2-2. Smith, the catcher behind home plate, didn't mind that offering from Ben, though, as the count squares up. Now the 2-2 pitch. Way outside, not even close, full count.
That was a big pitch right there, and that breaking ball, as you mentioned, not really close. Now you got to come in.
Does he have confidence in the breaker? 3-2, nowhere to put Riley. It is a fastball at the knees, called strike 3. Riley thought it was low. Tony Randazzo disagreed. 2 gone in the 6th.
Well, obviously a big strikeout, and that was right at the bottom, the very bottom of the strike zone.
Hardly out of trouble. Matt Olson at the plate with the bases loaded. 5-3 Braves. Kasparius deals. Just missed outside with the curveball. 1-0. Olson's 1 for 2. 2-run double in the second. Walked and scored in the first. Grounded out to Edman his last time up. A sparkling play by Tommy. Jam shot, pop up, beyond the infield. Mookie Betts backing up. He's there to make the catch. They were loaded with nobody out, and Ben Kasparius leaves them loaded. He's fired up, heading back to the dugout. The Dodgers still in it. 5-3 in the middle of the 6th. And this is the part of the order where we've seen the run production from the Dodgers tonight. Conforto hit his first Dodger home run his last time up. He's reached twice tonight and scored twice. First pitch from Johnson. High curveball, strike one call.
Yeah, when we saw Johnson come in last night's ballgame, he went with the curveball quite often. Struck out Teoscar Hernandez, the first batter that he faced, with the hook.
He deals. Conforto pulls the back foot out of the way. Nearly got hit with ball one.
Yeah, back-to-back hooks.
Chevy Truck Month, and there's no better time to do what you do best than a Chevy Silverado. Shop now at SoCalChevy.com. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count on Conforto. Here's the pitch from Johnson. Conforto gives it a rip, but fouls the curve back into the net. He had the pitch read, just got underneath it. Strike 2. Michael Harris remains in the game now at center field after pinch hitting for Eli White in the top of the 6th. The 1-2 pitch. Upstairs. Here comes the 2-2. It's in the dirt, full count. Will Smith waiting in the wings.
There's been 5 pitches in this at-bat, and 4 of them have been curveballs.
What are you thinking if you're Michael right now?
Well, you have to think a strike, and I wouldn't be surprised comes in with a heater.
The payoff pitch. Up and away, ball 4. Conforto's on once again.
And it was the heater, 95, but he missed away. So again, the Dodgers, Steven, get the tying run coming to home plate.
It'll first rest with Will Smith. Hot out the gates in 2025. He's 1 for 2 tonight. Singled his last time up. The first pitch from Johnson. Lands on the inside corner. Curveball called a strike. Smith has reached in 16 of 26 plate appearances this year. The 0-1 pitch. Smith swings through, strike 2. Curveball that was right there in the middle. But easier said than done to hit a curveball wherever it's located, even if it's in the middle. Conforto, short lead off first in the back pocket of Matt Olson. We have time between Smith and Johnson. The pitch clock resets. Dodgers trailing 5-3. Tying run at the plate in the bottom of the 6th. Nobody out. The 0-2 pitch. And Smith held up his check swing.
Threw 3 consecutive curveballs to Conforto. Then a fastball. He's thrown 3 consecutive curveballs to Smith.
Smith might have gotten away with one there. Can he take advantage? Behind 1-2. Here's the pitch. And Smith checks his swing, fouls it into the net right above the Braves dugout. Stays alive.
Another hook.
Last night, Will Smith had a 2-strike knock. Run and a run. He's behind 2 strikes here. A 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Busted him up and in with a fastball at 95. So a strikeout for Johnson. 1 gone in the 6th. Tommy Edman, the batter. 1 on, 1 out. Dodgers trailing by 2. The first pitch from Johnson, and Edman ropes it in the right field. A base hit. Conforto is going to go for third. The throw in from Fairchild. The tag, and Conforto is out. That was really aggressive from Michael. It was a hard hit ball by Tommy Edman. And he was barely around second when Fairchild picked that ball up, Mo. That was a stretch to say the least, and he paid the price.
Yeah, this is another area about the Dodgers. They just not been that sharp tonight. I mean, you're down by 2 runs. You're in the 6th inning and a hard smash to right field. You're gambling if you go, and it did not take a great throw to get him.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 19...
Here's the pitch. It's upstairs. Ball 1. Max 0 for 3 lifetime against Lee with 1 strikeout. Muncy with the new torpedo bat at the plate, representing the tying run. Swing and a foul ball. Fastball right at the top of the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike. Three Braves in the bottom of the 6th. Can Max tie it up or keep the inning alive? The 1-1 pitch. Muncy pops it back out of play. Count now 1-2. There's a throwing error from Muncy in the 1st inning. Had another in the 2nd inning. The Braves scored 5 unearned runs off those errors. At the plate, he's 0 for 2. But he represents the tying run. The 1-2 pitch. Muncy swings and fouls another one into the seats. Lee looks at Edman at first. Tommy's running. Max is swinging and missing. He strikes out to end the 6th inning, tosses his equipment in disgust. The Dodgers strand another runner and waste another opportunity. 5-3 at
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang.
Braves, starting with Brian De La Cruz. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike one. The 0-1 pitch. Caught on and missed. Quickly 0-2. Kirby facing his old team. Pitched for Atlanta in 2022 and 2023. Going to Texas last year where he was an all-star. And signed with the Dodgers this past offseason. 3 pitches, 3 strikes. 1 out for Yates as he gets De La Cruz swinging.
And De La Cruz only had 1 pitch that would have been in the strike zone in that at bat. Hey, friends, looking ahead right here at Dodger Stadium on Monday, April 14th. Now, that's against the Rockies. It's Hello Kitty night. And the first 40,000 fans in attendance will receive a Hello Kitty Squish plush. So visit Dodgers.com/promotions for more info.
1 out, nobody on. Nick Allen, the shortstop. He's 1 for 3. First pitch grounded off of Yates' leg. Muncy fields it, tries to make a play, but dropped the ball as he spun. He wouldn't have had a play anyway. It's probably for the better that no throw was attempted. So Allen will reach on an infield single, and Yates slams the rosin bag down. Kind of hit his back left leg as he was facing first base. Runner on, 1 out. Stuart Fairchild. Allen taking off, and he's going to have second base without a throw. He stole that base off Kirby Yates cleanly.
And he picked both pockets, not just one. He was off and moving.
Second stolen base of the season for Allen. An insurance run in scoring position for Atlanta in the top of the 7th. Yates deals, nearly hits Fairchild. Ball 1, evens the count. Fairchild, former Cincinnati Red. DFA'd by the Reds last week, so this is his Braves debut as he was acquired for cash considerations. Kirby misses downstairs, 2 balls and a strike. Dodgers trying to stay within 2. It's 5-3 Atlanta. But a runner on second here for the Braves in the top of the 7th, only 1 out. Pickoff attempt. Throw goes off of Edman's glove into right center field. So Allen now at third. And this has just been one forgettable night for the Dodgers. And despite everything that has gone wrong, everything that has been done wrong, they somehow still only trail by 2. But that is in danger of changing now.
Yeah, the throw was high into the right field side, but a catchable ball just off the glove of Edman.
Third error of the game for the Dodgers. Runner on third, 90 feet away. Infield in now for the Dodgers. The 2-1 pitch. Check swing. He definitely went around. It's 2-2. One on, 1 out, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Infield still in. Yates deals. Fairchild strikes out, swinging. 2 gone. It was the 7th strikeout of the game for the Dodgers staff. Second of the inning for Yates. 1 more out to get. Chadwick Trump. Allen still at third. Infield goes back, and Yates starts Trump off with strike 1. Trump is 0 for 2 with a walk. Yates has the ball at the letters. Kicks and fires. Splitter low. 1 ball, 1 strike. In the bottom of the 7th, it will be the bottom of the order for the Dodgers. Kike Hernandez, Andy Pages, and Shohei Ohtani. What will the deficit be? Right now, it's 5-3. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Advantage Yates against Trump.
For a team that in the first 2 games of this series had a total of 12 at-bats with runners in scoring position with no hits. This is their 15th such at-bat tonight. They already have 5 hits.
The 1-2 from Yates. Ground ball to third. Muncy has it in the glove. Shuffles and throws across to Kike in time to get Trump. So Allen stranded on the bases. We stretch at Dodger Stadium. The Dodgers still trailing the Braves 5-3.
Let's see if we can figure out the following.
Batter facing the lefty Dylan Lee, still in the game. First pitch strike delivered. The pitch, foul back. Hung there for Kike, couldn't do anything with it. 0-2. The Dodgers have stranded 4 base runners the last 3 innings in Mo, that's without counting 2 guys picked off or thrown out on the bases. The 0-2 to Kike in the dirt.
It's just one of those nights, you have the 3 errors, a misplay in center field. His got turned around also. So this has just been a night the Dodgers, they haven't been able to get out of their own way, really.
The pitch. Kike pokes the bat out there and grounds it to Albies at second. Kike's retired, 1 away.
They have been able to create some opportunities, but they have not been able to cash in on those opportunities.
So while it has been frustrating, if they keep doing what they have been doing.
Well, for 3 innings, the 4th, the 5th, and the 6th, each of those innings have been able to move the tying run to home plate.
Pages did it his last time up, hit by a pitch in the 5th that brought Ohtani to the plate. Ohtani's on deck. On out, nobody on. Strike 1 from Lee to Pages. 5-3 Braves. San Gabriels have disappeared in the distance on what was a brisk but clear and beautiful night at Blue Heaven on Earth. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Pajes swings, hits it high in the air, left center field. Harris hustling in. Jared Kelenic just in the ball game will give way to Harris, who makes the catch for out number 2. So that's mission accomplished for Dylan Lee. Keep Kike and or Pajes off the bases to prevent Ohtani from coming to the plate as the tying run.
And especially just trying to be able to register a clean inning.
Shohei's 1 for 3, singled his last time up. Nobody on for him. Dodgers down by 2. So now he will try and get on to bring Mookie to the plate as the tying run. Lee delivers up and in. Fastball at 94, and Shohei had to pull the hands back and jump out of the way. Lee staring straight ahead at first base. Comes home. Ohtani swings and fouls back. Strike 1. Fastball the inside part of the plate. And Shohei couldn't get the hands far enough in. Shohei Ohtani NL MVP bobblehead night. The first Ohtani bobblehead night of 2025. The 1-1 pitch. Shohei fights it to left field. It is sinking fast. It will drop. A blue base hit for Ohtani. And so we will see Mookie come to the dish as the tying run, but he will not face Dylan Lee. Brian Snitker calls to the bullpen. Dodger Stadium showers them with boos. We'll be right back. The pitching change coming up here in the bottom of the 7th. Tying run to the plate in the form of Marcus Lynn Betts.
Yeah.
Them have put the Dodgers in front. Another one here would not give them the lead, but it would tie the game up. Daysbel Hernandez replaces Dylan Lee, the right-hander now on the mound. So right on right against Betts. Pickoff attempt for Ohtani just to keep him honest, unsuccessful.
I saw Hernandez last night. Betts in the 8th inning flied out to right field against the right-hander.
Here's the pitch. Look out. Buzzed the tower of Betts at 97. Spun him around, stumbling toward his own dugout. Thankfully, he's okay. That's ball 1. A scary one at that. In a different era, Mo, that is just the price of business to claim command of the dish. Mookie and swings at a off-speed pitch away. Strike 1.
Yeah, fastball up and in, and then a slider. Coming right back with the next pitch.
Ohtani on first, 2 gone. Mookie swings and sets it in the air, drifting foul on the right field side. 2 strikes against him.
One thing thing the Braves have done a lot of, in particular tonight, is throw a lot of breaking stuff to the Dodger hitters.
5-3 Braves, 2 on, 1 out. Hernandez disengages. Now all parties are ready. Mookie twirls the bat. Hernandez sets. Ohtani runs. Mookie swings and drives one the other way, but it'll slice over to Fairchild in right center field. He makes the catch for the last out of the 7th inning. So Ohtani is stranded, and after 7 full innings,
It's back. Baseball.
Kate's locking things down pregame. I'm Steven Nelson. Back for the top of the 8th inning. A 5-3 game. The Braves leading the Dodgers in this series finale. Jack Dreyer into the ball game. Gets strike 1 at the top of the zone against Michael Harris II. Came off the bench tonight, so he's in the 9th spot of the order. So 9-1-2 on the schedule for Dreyer. Here's the 0-1. Swinging a ground ball to Edman at second. No problems for Tommy. 1 gone. If you hopped on late, that's a good thing. You missed the first 2 innings. By far the worst game the Dodgers have played this year in 2025. 2 errors, both by Muncy at third base in the first 2 innings. 5 unearned runs for Atlanta. Since then, nothing across against the Dodgers staff. Blake Snell only went 4 innings, and it's been the bullpen since. The pitch to Ozzie Albies. Inside ball 1.
Well, it's been the throwing.
Yep.
It's been the base running.
Yep.
It's been late to first base bag. It's been mishandling a throw.
Yep.
And not really great hitting with opportunities.
Albies lifts one to left center field. It'll hang up for Pages. 2 away.
Let me propose something else, because I just looked down at the Dodger dugout. Now, we saw Freddie Freeman working out at first base earlier today. We had to wait a long time to see what the lineup was. It did not include Freeman. I just wonder if Freeman is in the batting cage, getting loose, just in the possibility that we might see him in the 9th inning, depending upon the matchup.
I'm with you on that thought, Mo, as we watch Marcell Ozuna, the DH, step up. 2 out, nobody on. 5-3 Braves. Strike 1 from Jack Dreyer, fastball in the inside corner. Keep in mind, Atlanta's closer, the right-hander Raisel Iglesias. Freddie, of course, the lone lefty on the bench for the Dodgers right now. Fouled into the net, quickly 0-2 against Ozuna.
Because we get very accustomed to, the players, they normally sit in the same locations, and normally Freddie Freeman is near the railing, seated, watching every move that's made on the field. Well, I've not seen him over the last inning and a half, and I just wonder if he's not either A, getting medical treatment to see if he can swing, or maybe in the cage taking swings.
Dreyer's fastball at 94, little upstairs, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Wind continues to blow toward right field. The 1-2 pitch from Jack Dreyer. Ozuna swings his jam, rolls it to short. Mookie picks it up, throws off 1 foot off platform. He gets Ozuna for the 3rd and final out. It's a 1-2-3 8th inning for Jack Dreyer.
Let's see if we can figure out the ball.
First 7 wins have been in comeback fashion. Can they make it 6 of 8? Teoscar swings at the first pitch, gets jammed and pushed it to right field. 1 pitch, 1 out for Daysbel Hernandez here in the 8th. And Teoscar now 0 for 4. But now, Mo, you're in the part of the lineup that has been cooking tonight. 4 through 6. This part is 4-4-6. 2 home runs and 3 walks. Everybody else is 1 for 16.
Yeah, they haven't been getting on base at the top or really at the bottom.
Michael Conforto has reached all 3 times tonight. A pair of walks sandwiching his first Dodger home run. First pitch fastball tails outside, ball 1. A home run back in the 4th inning. That was the last run for either team in the game. Made it 5-3. The pitch. Conforto takes. Strike 1 called. The 1-1 pitch. Up and away. Advantage Michael. Dodgers have stranded 5 base runners the last 4 innings. 2 more have been thrown out on the bases. On this 2-1, Conforto bends back upstairs to the heater. 3 balls and a strike. The pitch. Conforto swings and pulls it to right field. It is hooking away from Fairchild. It'll sink for a base hit.
You hear the crack of the bat on a broken bat, but it plays large. And again, the Dodgers bring the tying run to home plate. They've done it now in 5 consecutive innings, but they've been frustrated and turned away when they've had the chance.
A bloop base hit has Conforto aboard for the 4th time tonight. Tying run with Will Smith. With 1 out in the bottom of the 8th, 5-3 Braves. First pitch. Misses a little upstairs. Ball 1. Will is 1 for 3. Singled in the 4th. The pitch. Look out. Spins him around with a slider at 88. 2 balls, no strikes. And Chadwick Trump, the catcher, is going to stroll out to the mound and have a visit with his pitcher. Tonight's game is brought to you by First 5 California. 1 in 3 children are at risk of toxic stress, but there are things parents can do to help. Learn how to overcome it at first5california.com. Trump was reading Brian Snicker's out of the dugout again. He's making a pitching change. They are bringing in their closer, Raisel Iglesias, with the Dodgers having the tying run at the plate with 1 out in the bottom of the 8th.
Hey, this is Adrian Gonzalez. Daniel's Jewelers is a proud sponsor of the Trip Around the Diamond and your family jeweler since 19...
Introducing baseball's all-new national pregame show, MLB Tonight, live at 5. Join Greg, Harold, and Dan and a star-studded roster for a preview of all the night's matchups. Get a first look at the lineup.
No earned runs allowed in all 6 of those appearances.
Well, he just closed the door last year also, and he had 2 strikes on hitter. In fact, an .076 average. And on the road, he had an ERA of half a run was all.
Last year, his ERA in full, a 1.95. It won't be easy. Can the Dodgers do it? First pitch to Smith. Inside. Ball 3. Remember, Daysbel Hernandez threw the first 2 pitches to Smith. So it's 3-0. 1 on, 1 out. Iglesias sets and fires. Smith taking all the way. Got the top of the zone, strike 1. Has Iglesias on the board. Smith is 4 for 7 against Iglesias. The pitch up and in, and ball 4. Tying runs on base in the bottom of the 8th.
It came with a changeup and missed. sometimes you see an outfield, they'll play a little deeper. They prevent double spot.
The pitch, swing and a miss, strike one. First and second, one out in the eighth. Dodgers behind by 2. Tying runs on base, the go-ahead run at the plate. The 0-1 pitch. Edman swings and bounces it to first. Olsen is only going to get one. He'll step on the bag by himself. The runners advance. Conforto to third and Smith to second. So once again, Mo, we have that storyline in front of us. Max Muncy, whose 2 errors tonight led to all 5 Braves runs being unearned. He is at the plate. 2 on, 2 out, bottom 8, 2-run game. Here's the pitch. Muncy takes outside, ball 1.
First pitch, changeup.
Max 1 for 8 in his career against Raisel Iglesias. Second and third, 2 gone. Here's the pitch. Muncy swings and fouls back 86, 1-1.
One of the things, Stephen, I noticed about Muncy, he has left that new bat that he had ordered and was delivered overnight. That torpedo bat thing. He left that in the bat rack. He's gone back to the silver sword.
Waiting on a 1-1 pitch from Raisel Iglesias, who has the ball at the belt. Here it is. Muncy swings through, strike 2. (5-3) Atlanta. The Dodgers running out of outs, but they have another opportunity. Second and third, 2 gone. The 1-2 pitch. Muncy pops it foul on the left side. It'll drift into the seats, and he'll have another chance. Dodgers are 0 for 5 with runners in scoring position tonight. Can Max change that in a big way? The 1-2. Muncy swings. Right center field. This ball gonna get down. Conforto scores. Smith behind him. Max Muncy. Redemption in the 8th. We are tied at 5 after the 2-run double from Muncy.
And when Iglesias came in, we mentioned a season ago with 2 strikes, Major League Baseball manufactured just an .076 batting average against him. Well, Muncy comes through on a 1-2 pitch, and it's a new ball game.
Now it's Kike Hernandez with a go-ahead run in scoring position. Still 2 out, but the game reset at 5. First pitch from Iglesias, down and in, ball 1.
Well, they had opportunities after opportunities. Tying run to home plate in the 4th, the 5th, the 6th, the 7th, and here in the 8th, and it finally clicked.
The pitch. Kike swings, high in the air, left field. Will it stay fair? Foul. Ho, ho, ho. Kike was trying to will it inside the pole.
Yeah, 50,000 people in the house, all using body English, trying to keep that one fair.
One ball, 1 strike. 5-5 in the 8th. Muncy on second with 2 down. Here's the pitch. Kike fouls, strike 2 off of Trump. Wore that off the thigh.
This game is one of those reasons you don't leave the ballpark early.
Dodger Stadium has some life here in the bottom of the 8th as they've tied the game at 5. Kike with a chance to break that tie. A 1-2. Kike rolls it foul right in front of Dino Ebel, the third base coach's box.
So Muncy went away from the newfangled bat that's drawn a lot of attention. By the way, Yankees did not hit a home run tonight either. Whether it's a mental placebo or not, a bat's a bat. Regardless of the size, it falls within the rule book.
The pitch. Kike swings and chops another one foul. This one into the Dodger dugout. Count remains 1-2. Kike is 0 for 3 tonight. He has 2 strikes against him. So too did Muncy. who delivered a game-tying two-run double. It's the 13th two-strike hit for the Dodgers this series. Will we see a 14th? Another 1-2 pitch coming from Raisel Iglesias. Kike pops it up. Trump going to give it a look. Behind home plate, he keeps the mask on. He reaches out, can't make the catch. Colliding with the net, and then the fans in the first row of the dugout club. Very interesting that he didn't remove his mask.
I'm just going to say the same thing. Why not remove the mask? You get a full look at it. It comes over near the screen, tried to backhand it and hit the glove, and then he pressed it against the netting.
So another chance for Kike Hernandez.
Yeah. You know, Trump just didn't get back to the screen quickly enough. Tried to backhand it on the move.
Here's the pitch. Kike strikes out swinging. A fist pump from Iglesias, who ends the 8th inning, but not before Max Muncy atones for the 2 errors by bringing in 2 and tying the game at 5. We will go to the 9th, even up 5 apiece.
Great.
Hernandez put his arm around Max, who had the look of relief on his face. After a terrible start in the field, 2 throwing errors, giving Atlanta 5 unearned runs, and some frustration at the dish throughout the beginning of this year. Max with the swing he was looking for with his old bat.
One thing you do is you have great trust of the guy to your left and to your right.
Austin Riley fouls back to strike. It is still Jack Dreyer pitching for the Dodgers here in the top of the 9th in this 5-5 game.
And again, a couple of things. I mean, Muncy went to that newfangled bat. The first 3 at-bats tonight to no avail. He went back to his normal bat. And on a 1-2 pitch, winds up tying the ball game.
1-1 strike on Riley. Here's the pitch. A high heater. 2-1. It is 2-3-4 for Atlanta. So the Braves have their best part of the order for the chance to break the 5-5 tie. This is a high leverage situation for Dreyer, the rookie. That's cued foul over the net. And it just got over the top of the Braves dugout on the right side. 2-2.
This is all about getting outs right now.
The 2-2 pitch. way high. Sailed over the glove of Smith, got all the way to the backstop. It's now 3-2.
Well, I just thought of someone that we lost recently with that pitch. Bob Uecker. Just a
bit
little
outside. Oh, gosh. Mr. Baseball, he's going to live on forever, though. The 3-2 pitch coming from Dreyer. Riley swings and fouls it back into the screen.
Well, those of us that had the honor of knowing Bob Uecker, he will continue to live on.
And if you didn't, if you're a young kid out there, that's what YouTube is for. Let's go see how great he was in so many ways. Another 3-2 pitch from Dreyer to Riley, leading off the top of the ninth. Game tied at 5. That is hit hard to Muncy. Handles it on one hop. Skips, shuffles, and throws one away.
Boy, that first out is so important. When you're in a tie ball game and you're in the ninth inning, that first out, not that you're going to discount the second or the third one either.
Nobody on, one out. Matt Olson, who's 1 for 3. He scored a pair with a 2-run double of his own back in the second inning. Made it 5-0. The Dodgers have scored the last 5 runs of the game to tie it up. Strike one from Dreyer. Dreyer sets third base side, close stance, kicks and deals. Olson swings and chops one to first. Kike charges, fields it just along the line in fair territory, steps on the bag, and retires his counterpart 2 away. In the bottom of the ninth inning, the Dodgers will have Pages, Ohtani, and Betts.
Left field, number 24, Jared Kelnick.
Now, Jared Kelnick, who entered the game as a defensive replacement the last half inning, he's got his first plate appearance. Swings at the first pitch, sends it down the left field line. Conforto at the line, and he runs out of room as it slices out of play. Kelnick steps out. 2 out, nobody on. Jack Dreyer's 0-1 pitch. Taken outside corner, ball 1. That didn't miss by much, if at all.
The Dodgers don't play on the line at first base.
1-1. Kelnick swings and fouls, strike 2 away.
And by that, not trying to the line, not trying to take away a double. And for Kike Hernandez playing at first base again tonight. About 10, 12 feet off the foul line and deep at first.
The 1-2 pitch in the dirt. Like the pitch selection, a slider from Dreyer. Kelnick just did not bite. Dodgers and Braves now tied at 5. A 2-run Muncy double in the bottom of the 8th with 2 out. There are 2 outs in the top of the 9th. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Kelnick. 1 more strike to get. The pitch from Dreyer. Got him swinging. High heater. We go to the bottom of the 9th. The Dodgers have a chance to walk it off.
AM 570.
LA's best sports.
Pages, first one up, leading off in front of Shohei Ohtani against Raisel Iglesias. Here's the first pitch of the inning. Pages stares at a fastball, 95, strike one. The 0-1 pitch. Pages swings and fouls, strike two, over the net to our right. Dodgers efforting their 6th comeback win of the season. One more run will do it. The 0-2. A hair low. That didn't miss by much. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch. Got him swinging high, fastball at 95. All right, Mo.
Well, this would be fitting if it were to end right here and everyone on their feet at Dodger Stadium.
Shohei Ohtani on his bobblehead night. First pitch swinging, high drive, left center field, at the wall. Oh my goodness! Shohei Ohtani, a sayonara swing. He's headed home, and once again, the Dodgers walk off winners. On his bobblehead night, he gives the people what they came to see. Another Shohei Ohtani moment.
Dodger Stadium just became Hollywood. Can you believe this?
Dodger Stadium delirious. It is stunned, but should it be? Time and again, Rick Monday, this man delivers.
If you were writing the script that it was